I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen, oh the irony. To hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity?
This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, you know, we are back for 2020. Or we are back, we are live, we are here with the first official live of 2024. It's January 1st. Happy New Year. Welcome to a brand new year, a fresh start, a brand new game. And we are here to start it off like we always do, live here in person. And we are going to get quickly into the introductions. Of course, sitting across from me tonight, the one and only
Paulus Clarke.
Oh, you know. Of course, you know me, I'm the big time, and I bring it, and I got it, and we are here. I already broke you down some news with the big time rants for the first big time rants of 2024. We got this day in wrestling history, which was kind of a short one, not a whole lot of notes in history this day, January 1st, but we had some history-making days today that will definitely go into the future. And the chatterbots, the internet is going nuts. Everybody thinks there's a story here, and I think people are a little bit of jumping the boat here. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I think people are running this down the pipe dream. The only way I see this really working is one way, but we'll talk about it. It's something I've said before, but we'll see. But before we get started, I'm going to make one shout out to see if one person sees it. Here is our New Japan Pro Wrestling expert. You better be in the chattersphere. I don't know. There's his calling. We'll see if he pops up and joins us in the chat. Miguel Z floating out there somewhere. Is he going to be here? Is he going to watch? Is he going to hit that like button? Is he going to put his vote in the poll? The votes unanimous so far. 3 votes. All a good show. And it was a damn good show. I did get a little spoiled before the show and throw a little bit of a fit. I have to be honest. I was not excited to hear about Nia Jax opening this match, or opening this show, and the results of the match, which we're going to break down here in a moment. But I became a believer. Nia Jax, I'm saying her name on our program. That's crazy, but we will get into that. Anyways, during the breaking news, Michael Cole is now the official head announcer for Raw and exclusive to Raw. What does that mean? Why is he exclusive to Raw? Is that a part of the big TV rights deal? Is there an agreement with WWE and somebody for Raw and they want Michael Cole as the sole? I don't know, but it was a big announcement. It was a big deal about Michael Cole being an exclusive commentator for Raw. What's that mean? I don't know. We're going to have to see what 2024 brings with all of that. And what Triple H brought tonight, he brought this show and really gave everybody what we needed for day one. I can't wait to see what SmackDown New Year's Revolution brings into the show. I guess Miguel Z will not be joining us tonight. What a shame. What a shame. I can't fire him yet. We'll see what happens. Anyways, we open the show tonight with a Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax match. We get a video package of their history and what's led to this. This is the first time these two have met in the ring, one-on-one. They've had contact. Nia Jax infamously punched. He's here. He showed up a little bit late, but he's here, ladies and gentlemen. The New Japan Wrestling expert, the master of the New Japan, the mastermind who should know it all. The one and only Miguel Z is in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Z. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. Travel up and down the road and back again. Anyways, if you go back to the 80s, I just had a flashback for you. Anyways, I don't know. I was not excited about this, but this match, after watching it, was a good, solid match. Nia Jax was not perfect, but damn did she look good, and Becky Lynch knew how to bring the best out of her, and the back and forth here. Becky trying to overcome the bigger Nia Jax and just keeps coming at her. She keeps coming up with impressive moves, but can't keep Nia Jax down. Nia Jax keeps coming after Becky, but can't keep Becky down. Eventually, we get a manhandle slam countered into a Super Samoan drop for two. And the great thing was the crowd was definitely into this match tonight. Unlike the other night on World's End and AEW, where the crowd just couldn't get into it until the ending. But in the very first, this crowd was hot. This crowd was ready to get excited. We were in San Diego, California. Eventually, we get a kick out. Jax and Becky are kind of fidgeting. Jax has gotten herself on the outside ropes, kind of dangling between the middle rope and the top rope. She's on the outside and she's hanging inside. Becky tries to come off with some type of, I guess, leg drop or something off the top rope. I don't know exactly what she was going for, but she wound up getting punched in the face by Jax with that right hand. Becky collapsed on the floor. Nia Jax went up and hit the Annihilator, what we all know as the bonsai drop if we've been around. And Nia Jax gets a pin at 11:53. Becky did get busted open again. What does this mean going forward? How is this going to work out? It's going to be very interesting. It was a good, solid match. It wasn't a perfect match, but I don't think you can complain. Both these people are being set up for something in the future. A lot of people thinking that Jax is going to get Rhea Ripley at possibly Rumble or Elimination Chamber that this is setting up for. A lot of people betting that Lynch will win the Royal Rumble and face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. A lot of options there. We're going to have to wait and see what this is going forward, but it definitely helped Jax look a little more impressive. It was a better match than most nights for Jax. Becky looked good coming out of this, but it definitely continues his storyline. This is the first time they met one-on-one. Welcome, Esteban Yee. Welcome to the party. Thank you for being here. We enjoy it. Please feel free to join us in the chat below. Anyways, good, solid match. I think both women got here. Not a diehard fan of Nia Jax. We know that some people are just all about that Jax, and some people want to get jacked by the Jax, but we won't get into that. Mr. Clarke, your thoughts on this match?
They've been calling Ivy Nile the pit bull, but the way that Becky Lynch came out tonight, she was really just on Nia Jax as much as she could be the whole match. Mm-hmm. Just pounding and pounding and pounding. And that's exactly what we needed from her. Yeah. We needed her to go as all out as she could for a TV match. I mean, I would almost call this pay-per-view quality. Almost.
Almost.
It was a very good match for what it was. The biggest surprise isn't even Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. The biggest surprise to me is you admitting you were wrong.
Well, I was not happy to hear about how this match went, but I had to watch it. Once I watched it, I do have to admit that I was wrong. And I have to give
storytelling is fantastic.
No,
and
yes.
the callback with the punch.
Mm-hmm. No, the storytelling was really good here. Anyways, from there, we recap Shinsuke Nakamura, Radio American Nightmare Before Christmas a few weeks ago, leading into a brawl with Cody Rhodes. And here is Cody Rhodes. He is out here to find out what we want to talk about. And he's going to talk about how he's stuck. He is stuck with Nakamura, and he wants to end this with Nakamura tonight. But Nakamura comes on screen. We get another great interview and another great segment with Nakamura, telling Cody he's going to have to wait. We got we got what we wanted out of this. The continuing of the same storyline, the continuing the same vignettes with Nakamura that are so damn good that just keep you more interested because the vignette, seeing Nakamura in the way he is, and now we're going to get Cody Rhodes said tonight, but Nakamura said, no, one more week. I give you one more week to dream. And Nakamura is going to end the story for Cody and make his story end. So we got a good segment here. Cody Rhodes, Nakamura. We continue to feud. We're going to see them wrestle again on Monday Night Raw next week, heading into what is going to be a busy season coming up. What did you think of the Cody Rhodes segment here?
Thought it was cool. It just kind of continues the story. I was kind of expecting a little bit of a run, not a run, but some kind of a fight. Like, nope, no physicality to this week. We're gonna wait till next week. All right, fine. We're gonna at least we know we're getting a match, and we're gonna see where this particular story goes before Cody starts getting back to finishing his story.
Mm-hmm. From there, we got a tag team match, an odd tag team match. We got Imperium against the odd teaming of Kofi Kingston and Jey Uso. Where this came from or why this came up, I'm not necessarily sure. A lot of rumors and speculation that Jey may be getting set up to take on Gunther for that Intercontinental Championship. So this may have been playing a role into getting Jey to that point. I like heel Nakamura. Oh, yeah, you have to love heel Nakamura. Anyways, from there, we got the tag team match, Kofi Kingston, Jey Uso versus Imperium. A very short match here. Unfortunately, this match stopped at 6 minutes, 18 seconds due to referee stoppage. Vinci had gone up to the middle ropes with his back. He was facing out of the ring. He was on the turnbuckle on the second rope. He went to launch himself back. Kofi came in with a drop kick. And where they met, if you go back and watch it kind of in a slow-mo, Kofi's foot nailed Vinci in the face. Completely accidental. It was just bad timing on both of where they met. And then as Vinci came down, he was already kind of hitting the face. He hit his head again on the mat pretty hard. I think he rung his bell. The referee called for this match. I think this is the first time in a long time we've seen a match where the referee took the initiative to say, hey, this isn't, we're not, no. So they called the bell. Vinci does walk out of the match. It was a very odd moment. It wasn't planned, it wasn't intentional. This wasn't a kayfabe. This wasn't, leading to anything. This was a pure accident. Vinci did wind up getting kind of his bell rung, but he did come out shortly there after this match on X and announced that he was fine. He just got his bell rung really good. So really scary situation there, but thankfully everybody's fine. You can tell there wasn't any intent here. This wasn't to build for a storyline. And no, Kofi wasn't being unsafe, so let's not even get started with that storyline. You can clearly see Kofi went for a drop kick. Vinci jumped off the ropes. Where they committed, it was just a timing. And some of those things just happen in life when you get that. Oh, it did. It looked really rough. And, we got to be thankful that the ref took the initiative to get through that situation instead of letting it go like some referees do. Or some companies just kind of let it go and not take care of their wrestlers. The ref stoppage, I can't be mad at it. Unfortunately, it probably changed a little bit of plans for what was going to go happen in this match. But, hey, I don't know. Well, at least right now we know Vinci's fine. Is there anything you'd like to say to that? I mean, I know there's...
Worst case scenario, they can run it back next week with whatever their original intent was.
Exactly. From there, we got a video of the holiday tour, and then we got a video of Ivy Nile. We got her a little built up, and then we got Miz for Miz TV. And the first thing I noticed was Miz was in wrestling gear, so it's like, okay, Miz is going to get into something. We have some type of match coming up with all this because he wasn't in his suit, so we knew Miz was going to get his hands dirty. And it's Miz, and he's here for Miz TV, and it's going to be Judgment Day on Miz TV. He calls out Judgment Day, and out comes R-Truth. R-Truth insists that the team was behind him, but they slipped away. Miz asks if Truth is seeing invisible people again, which gets us a little Jimmy reference. Truth sits down so Miz can ask him what exactly he does for the team. It turns out Truth does a lot of things, like trying to make the team more popular. Cue Shady McDonough and Dominic Mysterio to say this is over, but Truth brings up McDonough in his match with McDonough prior to the holidays, where the loser leaves Judgment Day, and that McDonough is not a part of Judgment Day, and he should not be here. And the Miz gets in it and tells him, yes, you should leave. We get a funny segment there briefly. Then Dominic tries to get on the mic, and the crowd boos. I think this was natural fan boos. I don't think this came as piped in People have debated, is it piped in? Is it real? I'm like, who cares anymore? It's working. It's doing its job. Who cares if it's piped in? If WWE's piping in to help it, it makes Dominic Mysterio feel that much more important in a way. I mean, it helps Dominic. I mean, if it wasn't helping Dominic, then maybe it would be a different issue. But him getting booed when he tries to talk every time just gets him over more as a heel because he knows how to work it, and it's working for him. He tried to talk about how bad Miz's year of 2023 is. Miz and R-Truth are trying to sit there hearing what he's saying. R-Truth's face is like, don't boo him. This is his hometown. It was really great. And then we talked about Dominic's year where he got beat up by Rey Mysterio. He got whooped by his daddy. And then he got dragged around all over by his mommy. And then he got whipped all holiday season by CM Punk, which pushes Dominic to issue a challenge. But Truth isn't sure which team he's on. So Dom challenges The Miz and R-Truth to a match. R-Truth goes, am I teaming with Dominic? Because he's like, and The Miz is like, no. And he goes, well, I'm not teaming with JD. And Miz is like, no, you're teaming with me. And ladies and gentlemen, for a special return, we had Awesome Truth back for one night and one night only. And this led into a match with the Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth versus Judgment Day. A good little tag team match here. R-Truth beating up on his team, continuously winking at him throughout all these things. Eventually, Truth accidentally hits McDonough and then tosses him into a skull crushing finale. R-Truth says sorry. We get a win with The Miz and R-Truth winning this match at 7 minutes, 23 seconds. A good match. JD McDonough paying his dues here. But I think it was a good, solid match for everybody who was involved. It's not a big profile match, but it had the entertainment values at the front. That made sense. You got a match. It gives the junior, the baby boys, the little league team, the T-ball team of Judgment Day, a good tag. Yes, they get a tag team match here, and of course they don't come out winners, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Your thoughts on this match, Mr. Clarke?
First gem is the callback to the I Love You. Before it didn't wind up hitting Miz, but look at how R-Truth's character, it's the same character, but the way he was used when Vince McMahon was head of creative versus the way Triple H is molding him, and you just see so much clearer, more vivid, more purposeful use of this character. It's just so beautiful and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shocked that R-Truth has the talent, but just to see the differences in how R-Truth is used with the same character, mind you, again, it's just amazing to me.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, good solid match from there.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to nibble on me? Is that what it is tonight? Okay, yes, ladies. So there is a cat here. It is attempting to, I don't know what she's doing. I pet her.
Apparently you're a tasty snack.
Yes, I guess so. Anyways, from this, we get Chelsea Green and Piper Niven invading the club and want a rematch with Caden Carter and Katana Chance. Instead, they get drinks thrown in their face because this week is about dancing. Yay. Rhea Ripley's here, and she is ready for Ivy Nile, and that is what is up next. Ivy Nile, Rhea Ripley, what a damn good match. And we got women's wrestling in WWE that looked good on both matches with strong reasons, with everybody coming out looking strong. Tony Khan, it's time to pull out your notebooks and take a little notes from the game player here.
From the competition,
yeah,
quote unquote.
And if the rumors are true and AEW has signed Mercedes Moné and Deonna Purrazzo, I hope Tony Khan has plans for that women's division, because if not, that's two more wasted talent in that division. That's already swollen to a huge proportion with talent that are not being used correctly. Tony Khan, he's one of those people who has a favorite toy. When he likes that toy, he plays with it a little while, and then when the new toy or some other toy comes along, he gets a liking to that and then forgets about the old toy. But here, Triple H really let everybody shine. Becky and Nia was a good match, and Rhea Ripley and Ivy Nile got to showcase who she was and what she was capable of, and they really tried to bring it forward for you to believe that just maybe just maybe Ivy Nile was going to win this thing. I mean, they really made her look that strong. She was the little pit bull, as we talked about earlier. Yeah, just kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. It was kind of like the Mighty Mouse of the thing. She just kept trying and fighting, and eventually Nile goes up, but gets headbutted out of the air for a nasty crash. Riptide, match win 11 minutes 54 seconds. Rhea Ripley is still your women's champion, which we knew. There wasn't anything there, but they definitely gave you chances and glimpses of what Ivy Nile could do. Mr. Clarke, your thoughts on this match?
I don't know if there's anything I can add to that. I mean, you said basically what happened and what it is.
Yes.
You know, if she in NXT, Ivy Nile didn't get, even though she was featured in a lot of vignettes, she didn't get to wrestle as much as some people may have wanted to see her do.
Yeah.
So it's like, she could wrestle and she always looked good in NXT, but to really come out and really show exactly what she can do in longer matches that weren't meant to make her just look good, this was a nice showcase for her.
Yeah.
This was her coming out party in a sense.
You good? Okay. Anyways, we move from there. We get the announcement. Now it's time for a former WWE champion's return. And the moment of the night, the moment this was all built around, all of a sudden we hear the music for the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. And yeah, Jinder Mahal comes out and he talks about the U.S. He runs us down. He gets booed. Talks about their national anthem in Punjabi, and he runs it down. He's just on the talk. He's different than foreigners like the Iron Sheik who exposed America for what it is. We get some more Punjabi, and then the most electrifying music in sports entertainment history hits. And here is The Rock. The Rock was up the road about 2 hours in Pasadena on ESPN earlier for game day for the Rose Bowl game that happened today. College football, it's January 1st. It's an annual tradition. If you don't know, every January 1st, you have the Rose Parade, and then you go into the football game, which is the Rose Bowl game. Anyways, The Rock was there, so he was only 2 hours away, so the rumors started earlier, and then he is here. He is on Monday Night Raw. He is the WWE champion. They were talking about The Rock comes out and does the normal Rock stuff. He brings up the Iron Sheiks and thanks the Iron Sheik, and then says The Rock, or that the Sheik would call Jinder Mahal, the biggest bee in God's green earth, and a stupid jabroni, and all the lovely things that only one Sheiky baby can say. The Rock tells Jinder Mahal he's kind of like one of The Rock's movies. If he was one of The Rock's movies, he'd be Baywatch. And Jinder goes, I've never watched Baywatch, and The Rock goes, well, neither has anybody else. And he goes, wait a minute, you never seen it? And he switches it up, and he was about to say, and he says, it doesn't matter if you've seen seen Baywatch. And I don't know why this person says shut your mouth when The Rock. Oh yeah, he did say shut your mouth when The Rock is talking before that. And we get it back and forth here before The Rock finally sings the national anthem and talks about his tiny balls, and this triggers a fight. Jinder Mahal gets the first blows in before The Rock bounces back. The Rock does a slightly slow. I don't think he's prepared for a match. If you watch when he initially tried to do that spine buster, he grabbed Jinder, and I don't know if Jinder was out of place or Rock was just off pace. It was kind of a little bit sloppy. He hits the spine buster and then hits the people elbow. We get the big thing, and then this is what left everybody talking, because The Rock gets on the mic, talks about being in San Diego, talks about how he's going to go out to eat tonight, talks about when he goes out to eat tonight, should he sit in the booth, should he sit at a bar, or should he sit at the head of the table? This erupted the crowd into frenzy. This erupted the internet into a town of frenziness. Right. Everybody's going nuts. Everybody's pointing at something that I don't think you're seeing as realistic. If you looked at The Rock in the ring, he was okay, but I don't think he's been doing anything to get ring ready. And it would destroy everything that is being built. I would say, again, if we're going to get The Rock and Roman, the only way this is going to work is at Elimination Chamber at this point. We know the Australian people that are behind bringing the Elimination Chamber in have asked about getting The Rock. The only way this match works now is at Elimination Chamber. Was there a place for it at WrestleMania? Yes, but once you brought CM Punk back in the company, there is no room for The Rock on WrestleMania in a main event spot. Could he be somewhere else? Yes, but that wouldn't be against Roman. And if you were to even put it, Because either way, you're going to hurt somebody. So, if you do Rock and Roman night 1 at WrestleMania, you're taking away from CM Punk and Seth Rollins and their main event and their title match. And that is a huge main event title match that should be on the main event of night 1 for WrestleMania. If you did Rock and Roman night 2, where does that leave Cody? Where do you push Cody down the card? It's not going to help Cody, and we can't sit here and wait much longer for the Cody story to end. It's going to get boring. It's going to get stale. I know there's a lot of rumors that people are talking that Cody's going to lose to Roman and have to come back to next WrestleMania to win this thing for the third time's the charm. No. Cody is going against Roman on night 2. Seth Rollins is going against CM Punk night 1. If Roman and Rock are going to face each other, it can work in Perth. It can work at Elimination Chamber. That stadium is supposed to be a 60,000 seat stadium. WWE's only sold 40,000 of those tickets. You add The Rock to that, that thing's going to be sold out. You can have Rock and Roman in that type of atmosphere in a country like that where you're going to bring in 60,000 people. It'll feel that WrestleMania vibe. I get Rock Roman is a type of WrestleMania. When you talk about WrestleMania matches, this is a WrestleMania match. But this match can still happen in Perth, Australia at Elimination Chamber and feel that important. It could be delayed until SummerSlam and happen at SummerSlam and still be okay. But if you put Rock can be at WrestleMania. Rock can be involved in something else at WrestleMania. But if you put Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, it's going to take a main event spot. If it takes a main event spot, you're either hurting Cody or you're hurting CM Punk and Seth Rollins, or you could be hurting all three. And I don't think that is what Triple H wants, as much as we all may want to see Roman and The Rock load up. But again, here's the other thing. If Roman's not the world champion, then you have a better chance of saying maybe The Rock finally beats Roman and squashes his head of the table, and The Rock succeeds and Roman goes away, and Roman has to rebuild himself. So Roman would have to lose that title, because if you're having Roman versus The Rock, Roman's not losing that title to The Rock. There's no reason. So let's put him in Elimination Chamber. Let's look at it this way. If The Rock and Roman go head-to-head at Elimination Chamber in a main event match for the title, and Roman's able to beat The Rock, that would make Roman on such a God level, beyond the God level he's at, he'd feel unstoppable. And then you're going into the Rumble. What do you think that, or not Rumble, but you're going into WrestleMania. What does that do for Cody when Cody ultimately beats Roman for that title and takes down the head of the table of that whole Samoan dynasty? I mean, that just elevates Cody even more. So, I mean, why not do it at Elimination Chamber if that's when we get? And again, there was no mention of any match. This is The Rock trolling people. The Rock knows what we want. The Rock's in tune. The Rock's making this statement to tease everybody. There is no clarification. There is no anything. They made an agreement for The Rock to show up tonight. The Rock isn't coming back for full time. The Rock may be coming back for something, but we didn't get any defined things. And again, he was on Raw. If they were going to set up something with him and Roman, why would they have him on SmackDown? Of course, Roman applied to him on the internet, and I forget what the actually Roman did say, but I think people are running the gun here thinking we're going to get Rock and Roman because The Rock shows up on Monday Night Raw. I know when The Rock showed up again last year, it got that thing boiling. And The Rock did say, I'm interested if they can come and give it to me the right way. But I think The Rock is in tune like Triple H is in tune. This isn't Vince McMahon era. Vince McMahon era would say, yeah, pal, we need The Rock on here. Let's do it. The Rock and Triple H are in tune to the audience. They know what we need, and they know they've already built this huge story for Cody and Roman. And now Punk and Seth Rollins. Those are your two big matches in WrestleMania. Having The Rock come in and do anything that isn't something on a lower fun, beating some jabroni like they did with Jinder tonight, have him come out, pop out, maybe beat somebody on WrestleMania that it's really not going to do anything good, anything bad for. Maybe they have, they bring Braun Breaker in at WrestleMania and have him say something stupid and have The Rock show up and bounce for Braun Breaker around. Gives him a little rub. Doesn't really do anything negative to him. The Rock will be fine there if he's on WrestleMania. But Rock facing somebody would overshine these matches, and I don't think you can steal that thunder from these guys who have worked for it. Now people are going to say, oh, well, has Punk really worked for it? Punk's going to start working for it. We're going to see that. And everything that Punk's done before, he has a story just as much as Cody. Cody and CM Punk have a parallel. They're both coming back to finish stories that were started way back. And that's what we have to have this moment for. Mr. Clarke, your thoughts on all this, the people running rapid? We don't even got any clarification. People are like, oh, Rock and Roman. And I know with the implications of the implied message, but I think people are jumping to the deep end of the pool way, way, way too fast.
Where and when, we may not know at this point.
If ever.
But the fact, first of all, I think it's going to happen. You do not tease on Young Rock this match. You do not tease in social media specifically. You do not show up tonight on Raw and tease the idea. If the eventual point is not to do something, providing that something goes horribly wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, now, is it going to happen at WrestleMania? I'm kind of with you. I don't think that's the spot. I don't think that's
not now
the play to go.
Not now.
Right.
It could have been last year. It could have been the year before. But what we build to now, you would outshine everything, and it's just not the time.
Right. But at some point, they're going to pull the trigger on this. I believe. It's like, unless something goes horribly wrong, at some point they're going to pull the trigger on this. Because tonight's, a little dig, if you will, you don't put that out there unless unless you have the intent of pulling the trigger somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I also think The Rock's just in tune, and he knows how to get the fans hyped up. And I also think if you watch how The Rock said that, and then just kind of listened, and The Rock's good about that. When The Rock says something, he just stops talking. The Rock is listening to what everybody's saying. When you go back to Roman winning the Rumble where he got booed and they had The Rock come out to raise his hand, you can see The Rock, his eyes, his facial move are like, okay, this isn't good. You know The Rock is one of the smartest men in this business. He is listening. When he throws something out like that, and he goes, okay, so this is definitely something we need to get behind. The Rock is starting to, start those gears a turning. Again, why not do it in Australia? You're going to have a stadium of 60,000 people. It is going to feel, WrestleMania level. It'll boost Roman up another level and give you a bigger rub to Cody. Or you have Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania, and then Roman's bounce back. Roman can go away and sulk, and then he's like, I know what I need to do. I need to beat The Rock. And you could do a long storyline. I mean, you could either build it to next WrestleMania for Roman and The Rock, that Roman's going to chase down The Rock, like, you want to be the head of the table, you want to be my spot, this is the last person I need to beat to be the super god. So, I mean, there's an opportunity there. You could even have Roman and The Rock, you could have The Rock beat Roman at SummerSlam and then run it back at WrestleMania where Roman gets that win back and comes back in a different way. So, WrestleMania, I think you're set. I think Rock can be there. Rock can play something. But to get him involved with Roman, or he could even show up after the Roman match. I mean, you could have The Rock at WrestleMania. You could have him come out and say hi. He could be the special guest host. I don't care. But you don't need to have Roman and The Rock wrestle. But you could definitely have The Rock come out after Roman loses to Cody and have him stand on the apron or on the entranceway applauding Cody. He could come out and, shake hands. If you really want to do something right, why don't you have The Rock be the special guest referee for that match? Here's how you do it. WrestleMania, Triple H, I got you. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Undisputed Universal Championship match. Hell in the Cell, Night 2, WrestleMania, Rock special guest referee. Your story's set. Because when The Rock counts that 1, 2, 3, raises Cody hands, gives the flowers to Cody's, gives him that rub of an acknowledgement from The Rock, and Roman sitting there in the corner sulking and watching Roman family giving another man his flowers, his moment, his embrace. This is what's going to set that seed in the Roman that he has to take down The Rock, that this is his ultimate thing. True championship, I need to beat The Rock. He's the only thing that has been, holding me from being everything. When I'm telling lies. I mean, give money. Somebody tell me they would not give their money up for that match. I mean, that match would not set the table perfectly.
Take my money, Booch.
I'm just saying, I think because Roman and Cody, we need something that's going to keep the interference out. I think Hell in a Cell would be a perfect match for these two at WrestleMania. It's the right stage. It's the right story. It fits. You add The Rock in as a special guest referee. You have The Rock in the main event. It doesn't hurt Cody. It doesn't hurt CM Punk and Seth. Rock's there. You're getting the rub. And you could have The Rock, be the one, gives the rub to Cody. And, I mean, you're going to set the seeds for a future match wherever you want to do it. And you could do it at next year's WrestleMania, and that's fine. It can be a year-long build. I mean, that's a story you can build on a year, because you can have Rock do vignettes throughout the year and show up here and there, and you could have Roman just. And Roman probably going to go away for a little while after WrestleMania, so he could go sit and sulk, and then when he comes back, he's like, I'm on a mission. And then he can go travel. Hell, you could give Roman almost a year off, basically, by having him go around trying to find the Rock. You know, Rock's filming over here. Oh, I'm going to go chase him, and you have all these scenes. So, anyways, we will see what happens, but I think people are jumping the gun. Everybody, oh, we're going to get Rock and Roman now. See, I told you. I don't see it. Not at WrestleMania.
Until there's confirmation, it don't mean anything anyways. It's just noise.
So, anyways, from there we got Tegan Nox and Natalya versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. A good women's tag match here. Tegan Nox, I didn't know she had more color on her tights or her hair. I don't know. But it was a good solid match. It went 5 minutes, 29 seconds. Shayna launches Tegan into Zoe Stark. Zoe hits a 360. For the finish, it went 5 minutes, 29 seconds. And now Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks look like to be the new number one contenders for the women's tag team titles, hailed by Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. There we go. Too many K's and C's in that mixed name there. Good match. Nothing really to write home about. But at least we're going to see Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks get to do something. We'll get to see what they get to do. Kind of bored with the Tegan Nox and Natalya. They've kind of been in the forefront. Now we're going to get a different women's team, which is great. Hopefully Tegan Nox will be able to get somewhere else, so maybe a little away from Natalya. But we'll have to wait and see. Your thoughts?
I don't mind if Tegan Nox and Natalya stay as a tag team for a while. Keep some kind of consistency. I mean, you could put Tegan Nox, I guess, on her own, but they're still trying to figure out the whole division, I think. The whole female tag division in general, so.
I think they're trying to figure out the female tag division and the female division. I think they're trying to rebirth life, and then I think Triple H is trying to remold that to what he had in NXT. He knows it was damaged, and now he's trying to get the pieces back into place to start lifting it back up.
Absolutely. And I like the fact that Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark get a win here tonight. It's like, we're trying to build the legitimacy of Shayna Baszler again. Yeah. Not that she doesn't have it as a performer, but, you know, because it has been hurt before by the booking. So let's see where this goes.
Anyways, in the main event of the night, it's time for the It's time the Raw World Title. I thought it was the WWE World Title. I don't know if it's the Raw World Title. I thought it was the WWE.
It's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, the person wrote here Raw World Title, so I don't know what they were thinking. They were, hey. Anyways,
it's on Raw. That was the thinking, obviously.
Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. We got a beautiful package to set up the story about Drew and all his story, and we got a good solid match back and forth. Eventually, Damian Priest tried to come down and cash in the money in the briefcase. Dominic ran down and was trying to get the ring announcer and distract the referee. Damian nailed Seth Rollins with the money in the briefcase. He went to go cash it in, but Drew quickly hit him with a Claymore. And then he hit and then drops he drops Dominic Mysterio, then jumps in the ring, hits Rollins with a beautiful Claymore, and then rolls Rollins up so far. This wasn't even. I know they were selling, Rollins got his foot in the rope, and I'm like, no. I think it was Wade Barrett who pointed out that it looked like it was Drew's fault. Drew wrapped Rollins up so far that his foot got hung up on the rope. The ref counted 1, 2, and then noticed the foot and stopped the match. Drew was not happy at all about this. He went out and started clearing the announce table. He was going to take Rollins out on the announce table. Rollins reversed it, hit a pedigree, quickly shoved McIntyre back in the ring, hit a stomp. This match went 18 minutes, 3 seconds. This was a good match in day one Raw. Seth Rollins, we knew he was going to win. It's going to be hard to say what happens with Drew McIntyre from this point going forward. Is he still going to be with WWE? Is he going to leave? Does he have a place for him out there? I think he could be going, if he were to go somewhere else. Hopefully he goes to TNA. I think he'd be better there and help build that company. I think, again, in AEW, he's going to get lost. As much as, I'm sorry. I don't think anybody can really tell me that Adam Copeland feels that important in AEW. He had the big pop when he came in, and now we're all kind of like, He had a decent match with Christian. He won the TNT Championship for 5 seconds and then lost it. And you're kind of like, yeah. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he won. The right person won, but Christian walked out with the title. I'm like, but he may have won and held the title for a few minutes, but then Christian won back. So I mean, it's like, it's just really dumb to me. And I just don't feel Adam Copeland has the same feel as he was when he was Edge. There's a difference. You can feel it. You can sense it. And it's sad. And so I look at a Drew McIntyre who may be leaving WWE. I don't know. I kind of hope he stays. I don't know where he goes in WWE right now, where he fits in, what storyline he can get into. Because he's going to be out of the world picture. I mean, he could follow up if CM Punk goes to win the Rumble and he goes and faces Rollins and CM Punk wins the title. Then you could move into a CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud at that point, which would probably be pretty damn good. Can't wait to see that. But if Drew was going to leave, I would say go to TNA because I just feel he would get lost in the shuffle of AEW. Mr. Clarke, your thoughts on this main event? Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre.
Like you said earlier, we expected Rollins to go over, but the way he went over, I mean, just you didn't see the possibility of the cash in is always, for the Money in the Bank, always a possibility. But did not see. I mean, just everything was just played very well.
Yes,
that's all I can really say about that. Well, they sold me a ticket at the point where if his boot was not on the rope, I would have thought that.
Oh, I thought the rep was about the
McIntyre.
Yeah.
Was going to become the new champion. I was like, holy shit, are they going to do it? They did it. And then you see that toe barely just on the rope, and you're like, oh, okay. No, but you don't know who's going to win at that point.
They had you. I almost thought that ref was going to go down for a 3, and we were going to get a funky finish, that dusty finish there. Mm-hmm. But no. And Seth Rollins retains the title, and Seth Rollins moves on. I'm sure it's going to be Punk and Rollins, but, Drew it looks like the more he loses, the more distraught he comes. Of course, he beat everybody down after the match. Some more, so we can't wait to see. Damian Priest was not happy after the match, accordingly.
Well, of course not.
I don't know how this Money in the Cash-In is going to work for Drew, Damian Priest.
For Damian Priest.
I'm still waiting for something to fall through somewhere. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this man's never going to be able to cash in the Money in the Bank on time. I don't know if that's what we're heading for. I don't know if he cashes in. I don't know when the actual contract up. Is it the day before the Money in the Bank event? Is it the same day as the Money in the Bank event? Could we wind up with 2 men's Money in the Bank winners? Could you have the ladder match and then the men's ladder match for the Money in the Bank and that person have it and Damian still have his? Could we get a double Money in the Bank cash in on one night? I mean, Damian could cash in on whoever the champion is in the main event, and then whoever won the men's Money in the Bank comes in and cashes on Damian Priest. I mean, a lot of possibilities. Is the briefcase going to get stolen from him? I mean, I don't know. Are we going to open the briefcase when he finally cashes in and we realize there's no contract in there and he's being screwed? Does Mommy hold it? I don't know.
Now, in worst case scenario, if for whatever reason Drew McIntyre does not re-sign with WWE, I'm fine. Drew Galloway knows how to get himself over. So whatever company he decides to work with, he will be fine one way or another. I kind of like the fact of him staying in WWE, but if it doesn't happen, he will be fine.
Well, he'll be fine. I just think he won't be used to his best ability in AEW right now. Tony Khan.
I don't think anyone's going to be used to the best of their ability in AEW right now. This is coming from someone, as you have said over and over to our audience, that I'm an AEW.
I know you're a root beer man.
I know we all are, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I really have tried to fight for them.
I know you're a root beer man. We know you're a root beer guy.
Well, that too. I am that too. That is the best root beer, A&W.
No. I'll teach you about root beer.
No confidence for Tony Khan in his booking right now.
Yes.
So.
You want good root beer, go look up Triple X. Good root beer. Damn good root beer. Anyways. With that, I think we've covered everything. It has been a wonderful night. Happy New Year's. We thank you for taking time out of your busy night and joining us here. If you're watching this later, we thank you for taking time out of your busy day, your busy week to join us right here on The Value Wrestling with our Monday night review for January 1st, 2024. and we're starting off the year big, and we are going to continue to do it big. We are working to march to 1,000 in 2024 and beyond. I mean, we're not stopping at 1,000. We would love to get 1,000, but that is, our target goal for 2024 at the moment. Once we hit that, we may start another goal. So if you will, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new. It helps us grow. It helps you become part of the Value of Wrestling family, become a loyal member of this growing podcast group, become part of what is going to be the future of wrestling and podcasting. We are going to make our names. We are going to make our stand. We are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And you can believe that. We want to grow, and when we can get to that point, we're going to add a lot of things. We're going to be competitors in this market, and we have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that are brewing. We just can't pull the trigger on them just yet. We're at 185 today. Let's get going. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this video out, hit that thumbs up and like. Join in on the poll. Tell us what you think as we see 4 votes tonight, 3 for good and 1 for awesome. Somebody really loved this show, and that is great. And we appreciate you being here, and we will be back Wednesday night with the follow-up and the fallout from AEW World's End as we bring you AEW Dynamite. Me and Mr. Clarke will be here to review everything that comes out of Dynamite. Where is MJF? What is going to happen with MJF going forward? Is he a part of AEW? Is he not a part of AEW? Will he be back? What is Adam Cole's answer for being the devil? Are we going to get an explanation? Or are we going to have to sit around and wait a while? What are we going to get? We don't know. There are questions that being asked on Dynamite. Tony Khan is definitely looking to set the tone to make you want to watch Dynamite. Let's hope he pulls it all off. And I'm very interested in seeing. I did not know, but I learned something today. It looks like Wembley Stadium may not be as big as last year, because right now they're projected to have it set up for less than 50,000 people. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But we want to see AEW succeed. I love for them to actually do what they do in Wembley and make it feel good. And hopefully this year, All In is the banger that it should be. Let's hopefully Tony Khan pull that off. We have Will Ospreay coming up soon. We have TNA returning Hard to Kill with a lot of speculation and rumors going on there. Mr. Clarke, you're gonna speak wisdom into the universe. I could see it.
I don't know about wisdom, but all eyes are on Wednesday to see if Mercedes Moné shows up. There's always that talk.
Yes, there is a lot of rumors saying that she is back in talks with AEW. And some people reporting that she's already all elite, but that is not factual. There's nothing that we have at this moment in time that says she's actually signed with AEW. She's in talks with AEW. She's been in talks with AEW before it's fallen out. She's been in talks with WWE, and that's supposedly fallen out. I don't think we really know anything, and I know people are like, oh, I have industry insiders. Cool. Congratulations. If they're telling you things, then good. If you know when it happens, we'll get there, and we'll do that. And, of course, everybody get ready. Get ready. It won't be tomorrow. It'll be next Tuesday, right here on the Value Wrestling channel. Oh, we got another vote in. No, we had 5 votes. Yeah, we have 5 votes. Okay, we got an average for. We got a vote for average over the 5. Cool beans. Awesome. Anyways, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, right here on the Value Wrestling, we'll be dropping the first official New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound by our very own Miguel Z on the YouTube channel. He's been doing it on Spotify, and he's going to be dropping it not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And he's going to be breaking down the Rebound, and he's going to be breaking down everything going on in Wrestling Kingdom, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom starting Wednesday night. It's a multi-day event, correct?
I think he said it goes back to went back to one night.
Yeah, okay. So Wednesday night, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom, big show coming at you. It's going to be a late night for Mr. Z, and then he's going to bring everything to you. He's going to have a beautiful show. He's going to get it all packaged, put together properly for you. It'll be dropping Tuesday, not this Tuesday, not tomorrow Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
A week from tomorrow.
Yes. So be ready for that, and then we will have a weekly rebound. Hopefully, okay, it is one night, and we should have a weekly rebound each and every Tuesday. The New Japan Pro Wrestling Weekly Rebound. That'll cover everything going on in the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New
He's
Japan.
also going to the Battle in the Valley, I think it's called, over in San Jose. Am I saying correct? Yes, the Battle of the Battle in the Valley, right? Not of the Valley, the Battle in the Valley. I think it is.
I believe it's in the Valley.
In the Valley. Battle in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. It's going to be in San Jose. We know Mr. Z is going to be there live. If you're going to that event, connect with Mr. Z. He's part of the Valley Wrestling family. He has a wonderful new device that if you don't know about, he's going to tell you all about it. You're going to be able to scan his little wristband and get all the information about Value Wrestling. It's going to connect you with all the links and all the details of how to follow us and participate here at the Value Wrestling. If you don't know, we do have a link tree. It is in the description box on each and every one of our videos. If you read in there, click on that link, it's going to break you down. It's going to take us to all of our Twitters. And, of course, it has our YouTube page there, so you can quickly get to our YouTube page. And that's going to be a growing thing because one day we're going to have our own webpage. So to get ready for that, we have a lot of things that we are brewing, we are cooking, we are making, we are getting ready. We just know that it's a process, and when the right time to pull that trigger, we are ready to get things started. La-de-da-de like a party. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2024. The Value Wrestling is here to stay. We are coming at you, and we're coming at you hard. So everybody else out there in the Wrestling Podcast and the IWC, whether you're a big name that has lots of buddies within the industry, whether you know everybody and up and down, you got people on your dials, we are coming into this game, and we're going to reach levels of a whole different way. And we are going to get in on this. That's our goal. Mr. Clarke, is there anything you want to say? Do you want to give us a synopsis on Monday Night Raw? Is there any last statements about tonight, about the Value Wrestling, about the new year?
Welcome to a new era in professional wrestling podcasting. We are coming.
Believe that. Now, if I can just get him to come back to my side and away from the dark side, he's been somewhere else for a little while. He's been spoiled with Starbucks. Definitely the dark side. I need to get him back. I need to get back over.
You will be happy that even though, like the daily ritual, we went to Starbucks today. However, my roommate, before we went to Starbucks, we went to Dutch Brothers and brought a hot chocolate to Starbucks.
Yeah, they got good hot chocolate. Anyways, yes, I'm a big Dutch Brothers fan. So, and sometimes you'll see me in here drinking Dutch Brothers. Not tonight. Tonight I'm drinking lemonade. But anyways, I think we summed it up. We are the Value Wrestling. We are family. We want you to be part of this growing family. And we have lots of ideas coming, and we're excited. So get people excited like we are. Share this out. Get it out. Please subscribe. And we will be here we'll be here Wednesday with the Dynamite review. And, of course, ring that bell because you never know when new videos are going to pop up. You never know when there's going to be breaking news, new rants. And, of course, we're waiting for this Mercedes Moné news to break. So whenever that breaks, we'll be here to talk about it. Deonna Purrazzo, a lot of free agents, honestly. Mercedes Moné,
Yeah.
Deonna Purrazzo, Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Mustafa Ali, Dana Brooke, Elias, who's now going by the name of Elijah. Who had a damn great video package. Mr. Elijah, that's somebody I'd love to get connected with. If we can ever get connected with Mr. Elijah, I'd love to give you time on this channel to do an interview. So we may need to look out on Twitter for Elijah. He's a free agent. Hammerstein, is that it?
Hammerstone.
Hammerstone, there we go. He's a free agent.
Alexander Hammerstone.
Yes, he's a free agent as of today. Camille is a free agent. QT Marshall is officially a free agent. Sean Spears is a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as we know, Andrade is a free agent. Andrade El Idolo, as he was last known in AEW.
Tony Khan has confirmed he is no longer with AEW, so he is officially a free agent.
Andrade Amas, I think he was in WWE. It's been a while since we've heard that name.
Almost, yeah.
So he may be back in WWE. We don't know. He wasn't there tonight. He may be a surprise.
We know he has interest in CMLL.
Yes.
Going back there.
I think
WWE, where there's always that talk.
I think in this era of WWE, I think with this leadership regime, I think, Andrade could go wrestle in WWE and still have time and opportunity to go be in CMLL. And I think WWE would want to open that partnership door with CMLL. We know that they've opened a partnership door with Noah Stardom and All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, All Japan.
So they're making big moves. And Triple H is a different guy. Nick Khan is a different guy. And then a Vincent Kennedy McMahon, pal. So anything's possible.
Triple H and Nick Khan are basically, there's that one old song, every day we hustling.
WWE is hustling, and like the young kids say, WWE is cooking. Nick Khan and Triple H is cooking. Tony Khan needs to get back to cooking with the right recipe. So we'll have to see how this plays out going forward. But we thank you for being here. We have 6 votes now. 6 votes before we finish this out. That's, I think, the most votes we've ever had live. 6 votes, 33% for awesome, 50% for good, and 17% for average. We appreciate each and every one who vote. Share your opinion in the comments, in the chat, in the polls. This is a safe place where you can share your opinions, your thoughts. We're not here to judge. We may agree to disagree, and that's beautiful. And we're not here to belittle one another. Unless your name's Miguel Z, then you just get whatever comes for you.
Jeez.
But always remember, if you put yourself out there in a comment and it's juicy, you might get some feedback, but it's all good fun.
Mm-hmm.
But until the next one, we're going to get out of here. We're going to say goodnight, and we are going to say farewell, adios, goodbye, so long, farewell.
Stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting